What's going on, y'all? Much love, peace, and blessings to everybody checking into the video. This your boy Get a Mic. And I'm back at it with another one, man. If you guys new to the channel, I invite you guys to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the videos, man. Really appreciate it. I want to get in here and talk about Corey Holcomb, okay? Very popular comedian. He has himself a podcast that's extremely popular. And he blasts Dave Chappelle in his response to Katt Williams. Now, I'm not going to say blast. That's a bit much. But he gave his opinion on how he felt about Dave Chappelle in response to his when Dave Chappelle talked about Katt Williams and the whole situation where he was talking with D. Davis on stage. I did a video about it, so if you guys want to check it out, go check it out. However, I want to react to some of the comments that he made about Dave Chappelle, and kind of get into whether or not I agree, disagree, and just kind of talk about it. Hopefully we don't be in here too long, but let's get right into what Corey Holcomb was talking about, and then we'll talk about it.
I had something to say about something that I noticed in the game with one of our television and movie heroes, and I can't hold back no more. Not this Monday, last Monday, I was at the Improv in Hollywood, sometimes big name acts pop through. Last week, my brother, Dave Chappelle, popped through. And he went on stage. And, yo, I have done my best to try and keep my opinion to myself, but there's a reason I'm bringing out my opinion right now, because Mr. Katt Williams has ignited energy into the comedy community that I feel is absolutely necessary, and those who think differently, you entitled to your opinion. But Katt Williams, whether it be all true or not and have some false or whatever, he shook this game up, and I feel like it needed to be shook.
All right, so first of all, shout out to Corey Holcomb, shout out to Katt Williams, Dave Chappelle. All of these guys are, they do their thing in their own regard, okay? They're big in the comedy game, but I have to 100% agree with this part so far, okay? I know they was arguing back and forth on stage with D. Davis and Dave Chappelle about whether or not this was good for comedy, and in my personal opinion, I think it was. I think Dave Chappelle, he was a little bit drunk, and he kind of gave his opinions about it, but and D. Davis was basically saying the same thing, like, yo, I think this was good for comedy, because a lot of comedians was kind of, struggling, and it wasn't really much being said. A lot of people really haven't really been too much watching comedy so much. I know that Netflix been keeping it alive, but for the most part, I think Katt Williams came out with that interview with Shannon Sharpe, and he really put comedy back on the map with all of the stuff that's been said and all of the stuff that he, the jokes that was stolen and all the lies that was told. I think he kind of brought a lot of eyes and attention back on comedy again, in my personal opinion. But let's see what Corey Holcomb is talking about.
Because we some scary motherfuckers, man. But my nut's too big to just be quiet forever about shit that I see in this comedy game. It must be spoken on. God! I can't be quiet no more. My nigga Dave Chappelle be bombing like a motherfucker. I'm just keeping it real, dog. I have watched, whenever they say, hey, everybody, guess what? Special guest, Dave Chappelle. I'll be like, damn. It's finna be hot garbage for at least an hour. Hour, maybe two. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not...
Oh, man, I'm gonna be hitting that laugh button all day, man. Real spill. I understand where he's coming from, and what I would say is this, and if there's any tinfoil hatters in the building, I need y'all to come around and stick around and come close to the comment section, all right? Get your tinfoil hats ready today, man, because I feel as though Dave Chappelle used to be extremely funny, all right? In my personal opinion, the old Dave, the Killing Them Softly stand-up and For What It's Worth, in my personal opinion, those are some of the best stand-ups that exist. They're like top 10 stand-ups in my opinion, okay? The Chappelle Show, all of his movies. Like, I feel like Dave Chappelle for a long time has been that dude, no question about it. But, everybody knows he went away. He went to Africa. He did his thing or whatever. And now that he's back, he's all different in my opinion, okay? The guy's much different. He looks different. His jokes ain't really that funny. He had a few good stand-ups, but I feel like ever since he left, man, I don't think he's been the same since he got back. He don't even look the same. It's something off about Dave, man. And I know all my tinfoil hatters can get with me on this, but if you look, even this picture right here, the old Dave back in the day, it's just not the same guy, man. Just not the same guy as what it is now. Pretty much, what I'm alluding to is just like when Gucci Mane left and he came back and he was completely different, all right? So put your tinfoil hat on. I think they pulled that boy out of a pot. They had that boy floating in the pot and they pulled him out and put him back on stage, man. I don't think that's the Dave Chappelle that we used to know, and that's just facts. I think they pulled the Gucci Mane on Dave Chappelle, man, because that's not the same guy. But anyway, let's get back into this and let's see what he's talking about.
Trying to shit on the brother, but he needs to understand you throwing your weight around too much, man. Standing up there smoking with them irregular shirts on, bombing all the time. Dave Chappelle is absolutely great in movies. Great. I didn't say good. I said great. The motherfucking Nutty Professor, them scenes where he was in them movies with Martin. When Dave Chappelle is in a movie, man, Dave Chappelle kill that shit. We was talking about it before we came on. The Chappelle Show was so good and entertaining. The Chappelle Show, they was selling it in the barbershops. This is a TV show. Yeah. They were selling the TV show in the barbershop. Give Dave Chappelle his flowers. But stand up. God damn. This man has so much power.
That's the real Dave Chappelle was really good at those movies. I haven't seen new Dave Chappelle in any movie. I haven't seen clone Dave Chappelle in any movie.
Because of what he's done in movies and TV, that he can go in any comedy club, they're gonna put him up because he's Dave Chappelle, and I promise you, this man is about to do a say no to comedy speech for as long as he up there. It's just nobody has the courage to say nothing because it's Dave Chappelle, but Dave Chappelle be bombing like a motherfucker. Now, I've watched Dave Chappelle specials. Out of every 5 specials, 2 of them are good.
Now, I'm hearing Dave Chappelle got a new special out on Netflix, which I don't have. I actually cut Netflix off because I don't watch it, and they just recycle the same stuff on there. It'd be hard to find stuff. I don't know. Me and Netflix just haven't had a good time, and I would get it every now and again for certain stuff I want to see, but I got the plug on all the free movies, so I know how to get all the movies I want to get anyway and download them for the free, so I don't even really rock with Netflix like that too much. But I know when I did have it, he did have a few specials that he came out with right around the time when he first got back big and he started coming on. He had like 5 or 6 shows on there. And the fact that Corey Holcomb just said he had 5 out of 5 specials, 2 may be good. And I think that's facts, man. You know what I'm saying? Because even when he had those first, 4 or 5 specials that came out, a lot of times he would be sitting there and he just sitting on stage like this here, smoking and really just talking about random stuff. Not really cracking jokes, not really putting out any real good material, but some of the stand-ups were extremely funny. You know what I'm saying? Some of them was real funny, but I think what Corey Holcomb is basically getting at is that it seems like Dave Chappelle nowadays, clone Dave Chappelle, he's basically living off of his name. He's performing off of his name more so than off of his work and performance. Okay, because he sit up there on the stage on a stool, he just be smoking and saying and talking and not really getting into it. So I think what Corey Holcomb is saying is valid in my personal opinion.
Two of them are good. But go ahead, D.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want to.
I don't want to hog it all, but I'm just saying. Nobody has the courage to say this. The only person who said something was Faison Love about him being a little overrated. Now, like I said, in movies, television, Dave Chappelle is elite. Elite.
The real Dave Chappelle was elite. Not this new clone guy.
But if you go watch Dave Chappelle do stand-up, it was an old man at the Improv just stood up while Dave Chappelle was on stage. And he said, Dave, are you going to crack some jokes? If I'm lying, I'm lying. D-Ray that was down there. I know D-Ray, y'all don't want no parts of this. You don't want to burn bridges with the mighty Dave Chappelle. I don't want to burn bridges with the mighty Dave Chappelle. But fuck that, my nut's too big.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know a lot of people gonna have a lot of stuff to say about Corey Holcomb. I get it, but in my personal opinion, I've never watched a Corey Holcomb stand-up comedy that I didn't think was hilarious. Okay, every one of his stand-ups that I've ever listened to, the dude was immaculate. All right, stupendous. So, in my personal opinion, he always seemed like a real dude. He seems like somebody that speaks his mind. He seems like a real stand-up kind of guy. I don't really watch his podcast like that. This will be the first time me really getting into it, but I've seen that he had one. I've heard about it. I just never really gotten into it like that. So I just have to agree with some of what he's saying about this, man. I know Dave Chappelle used to be extremely funny back in the day. His movies with Martin and back with Eddie Murphy and stuff like that. I know he had a lot of good work back in the day. But some of his work as of late hasn't been that good, man. So
I watch Dave Chappelle finna go up. I'll be like, well, shit, let me get the fuck out of here. Because he is not about to deliver. He's about to talk to the crowd like the big homie. You know how the big homie be talking and don't nobody say nothing? Everybody just be like, yeah,
right.
Yup. There it is. I be like, man, this nigga been bombing for about 2 hours up there.
Yeah, man. So anyway, that's pretty much what I got for this one. I just wanted to get in here, just kind of give my thoughts on it. I'm pretty sure he gave this response just based on the whole Katt Williams. I know it's a lot of noise going on around it. And I know a lot of times it's hard if you feel a certain way and you don't really want to disrespect people. You don't really want to offend people. And I think that's pretty much where he was at with this. Like, man, I'm trying to keep my mouth shut. I don't really want to say too much, but at the end of the day, man, it's getting kind of hard to keep my mouth shut based on how I really feel. You know, sometimes you just want to get out there and just speak your mind and say what you really feel, man. I think that's where Corey Holcomb was at with this. But y'all let me know, man, if you disagree with me and you feel like, you know, Corey Holcomb is basically hating and you feel like he's trash and you got other things you feel free to drop it downstairs in the comment section, man. Really appreciate everybody for checking into the video. This your boy Get a Mic. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. And I'll be out of here like last year. Peace out, y'all.